And here we are again in 2024. I hope you had a good start of the new year. Here in Berlin, the year has begun pretty frosty. There were a few very cold days, lots of snow, lots of frozen lakes and rivers. And well, although it was cold, there were some pretty nice days. I really enjoyed them. And the calmness of the winter. I even saw 3 foxes in the time span of 1 week, so yay for Berlin foxes. Anyway, I'm here to show you 3 simple drawings really anybody can do. If you just want to occupy your mind a little, or occupy your fingers, or meditate, relax, have a good time, or simply have a cool creation in the end. I would say no special skills are required for this, so don't say you can't do it because you can't draw. I would say anybody can work with these simple ideas. So the first one is similar to something I have shown you already on this channel, which was some type of warm-up exercise if you want to warm up your wrist. So it's a variation on that one. So I'm doing all the drawings on small rectangular Bristol papers, but you can use any size and shape you want. You can even use simple copier paper. No fancy art materials are required. So for the first one, as you have seen, you start by laying down 3 or 4 lines, make them wavy, because when these lines are put down, you can put them down in any way you want, you retrace them. So I started by retracing the lines first towards the center of my drawing, so inwards. You can do this any way you want, but I prefer starting to go in and then see if I might want to add some lines for the exterior or not. You can see here later on that I have added a few lines just to make the shapes more interesting. And when you get close to another line, you simply slowly put the lines together so that you get a really small form in the end. You can see here what I mean by this. I think I'm not so talented in explaining these abstract things, but they are really easy to understand once you see the drawings. So you do that until the page is filled, and in the end you got a really nice abstract drawing. You only need paper and some sort of pen, and you're good to go. And of course, a little bit of patience. On a few occasions I was a little bit too quick. I think I did this first drawing in like half an hour or something. You could even take more time, put down your lines more carefully. I have 2 smudges on this image, but I am not too concerned by them. This was really a fun little exercise in drawing for me. Now, the second one is also something very, very simple, maybe a little bit more creative than the first one. This time I created a closed frame for this drawing. The first one I had an open frame that I know where to stop my lines, but in this one I made a closed frame. You can do this if you like. You can also just take the whole paper, and you start by putting down 3 or 4 circles in different sizes. When you've done that, you start drawing lines from these circles, anywhere you like them, anywhere you feel them, and then you put in another circle, a new circle, smaller one, a bigger one, and so on and so forth. So you always draw a line from a circle and put a new circle. You can also draw multiple lines from circles and connect them any way you want, and at some point you have a circle which is the end of your line. So it's like connect the dots a little bit of a star sign, you know, these star charts for astrological signs. I don't know, whatever you want to think about. You can also think about molecules or elaborate technical machines, whatever gets you in a creative mood. Also take your time by placing these down. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Just do what you feel, what you like, what you think is pretty. Sometimes I made the circles behind one another. So if you do that, you get a little bit of depth in your drawing. You can also not do that and decide to have each circle in its clear form. It's up to you. I have a few that are on the border of my drawing, which I really enjoyed. And once I thought I was ready to stop, like I felt that I did not want to add any more circles or lines, I stopped. Now when this drawing is finished, you can choose to even color it in. I mean, you can do everything with color here. You don't have to work with a black ink pen like I do. You can also work with a red pen, you can work with pencil colors, whatever suits you. You're free to do whatever you want. These are just ideas to give you how you can draw something without using your, let's say, brain too much, more like a feeling of a drawing. Everything that's relaxing to you. So I took some pencil colors here. I took a blue one and a violet one, and I decided to color in some circles in blue and some in violet, and some of the smaller circles I simply left white. And in the end, you will have a nice little drawing again. Now for the third one, it might look like you need a little bit more material to do this. I specifically chose these cheap watercolors anybody uses in primary school. These very, very cheap watercolor pots for children to draw. This is enough. And even if you're saying you don't want to buy these watercolors, or you don't have them, you don't have any children who have them, or whatever, you can use coffee to make your stain, because you start this drawing by making a stain, a colored shape or something. So you can use coffee, you can use red wine, you can use tea, anything that makes a stain. So you do that, and then first you let it dry. So yeah, once your stain is completely dry, and really wait until it's completely dry, because otherwise your lines will just flow into the color that is already there. Then you start outlining your shapes, your stains. And you don't just have to outline it, but also if you see a certain shape in your colored stain, just go with it. I have this really weird gooey muck that I'm imitating here, so I'm going more for a texture than anything that is really there. So I just did that until I felt that I don't want to add anything anymore. Took me about, when you keep the drying time, well, when you ignore the drying time, it took me about 15 or 20 minutes to do this. I think it's more like 15 minutes. And I was really slow with the outlines. So all in all, I did these 3 drawings in one afternoon, like in one sitting. And it felt really nice. And although I wasn't drawing any characters or anything that could be considered cool or interesting, I had a lot of fun doing this, because this is what I call low pressure drawing. So you're drawing, but you don't have any pressure to make anything specific. You just do it because you want to feel, well, the feeling of drawing, doing something with your hands, being occupied while you are in a meeting, in a conference, in a Zoom meeting, whatever, watching TV, for all I know. So yeah, these were my 3 drawings that really anybody can draw. These are just ideas. You can play around with these ideas, take them, create something new out of it, or just simply copy what I did here. I just wanted to show you a few possibilities of how simple and easy drawing can be. And yeah, I would be happy if you have a nice experience while trying this. Thank you again for watching this video. Wish you a good 2024, and that I will hopefully see you next time. Bye!